we've got an ongoing series we've been doing. This is our third week into it. The most intriguing storylines going into training camp. So we've turned our attention this week to the NFL and the quarterback position yet again. I think we might have talked about quarterbacks the last 2 weeks. I think we talked about Aaron Rodgers last week, and the week before that we talked about Justin Fields. So we just are quarterback heavy right now. So turning our attention to this ongoing series, right? Trevor Lawrence recently signed a long-term extension for the Jacksonville Jaguars, which sparked the question of who is left to get paid at quarterback. Tua Tagovailoa is the only 3+ year starter without an extension at this point. With all the stories surrounding him, his injury history, and the concussions 2 seasons ago, Coach Kirk, do you feel that the Dolphins will put Tua in a prove it or lose it situation in 2024 before they invest in him long-term? You paused.
Yeah, because I think it's two conflicts happening here.
Okay.
From a business perspective, there's concern, right? As when you're looking at bottom line product, and I don't like to call people products, but billionaires are running these teams right now. When you look at the bottom line from a business perspective, if this was a stock, he would be a hold. He would be a hold right now. He's risky, right? I don't know his financial structure. I'm not sure that he's got enough equity to be invested in right now based off what we've seen. There are certain things that are factual. He's had injuries. And I know, listen, here's the dichotomy of being in the NFL. They want you to be warriors, but as being a warrior and suffering injuries, they hold those injuries against you when it's time to pay you.
How about that?
And that's the crazy thing, right? But he's had injuries. Okay. So from a business perspective, it's like, do we pay him? From a player perspective, Mike McDaniel is the greatest con artist around. I truly believe when Mike says, I want Tua, he runs the offense well. If we listen to Tyreek sung Tua's praises day one, like, yo, this dude.
Hold up, go back. Did you just say Mike McDaniel was the biggest con artist?
I said, unless he's the biggest con artist.
Okay.
Yeah, unless he's the biggest con artist, I truly believe what he said about him wanting Tua in the offense, how Tua runs the offense. I think there's comfortability in knowing that what you're going to get with Tua, and he has created the offense for Tua with these weapons. And so we saw what could happen when Tua has been healthy. The martial arts training, the learning how to fall, the putting on muscle, right? It helped. And for the most part, Tua looked like the player many thought he could possibly be, coming off from Alabama, winning national championships there, walking into the NFL. So on that perspective, with the support of Tyreek, with the support of other offensive players, the support of McDaniels, there's a let's pay him. But then where? Personally, he's lower end $50 million. He's not a reset the market quarterback.
Okay.
Again, there's certain quarterbacks that within your system, they are tremendous. But they can't take a bad called play and make the play better or save the coach from the bad play. He's not that. He's a very structured, you give me the play, I can make the play, I can make the reads, cool. But when you're talking about when things break down, a la Mahomes, a la Lamar Jackson, a la Josh Allen, even I would put Jordan Love up there now, Joe Burrow up there. You can make a bad call and they can, I like this one. You can make a bad call, they can make the right read.
Let's go.
They can make the right read. You can call a piss poor play and somehow, some way, they get it to the right person, and you see the offensive coordinator like, you just saved my ass.
Yeah.
Because what I saw, if you would have threw that we both would have not been riding the bus back. Right? That's not Tua.
Okay.
That's not Tua. So when we talking about paying people, prove it or lose it for Tua, yes. To answer your question, I do believe they're probably, if Tua doesn't come in at a comfortable place, they're going to have Tua on the, you got to prove it to us again. You got to be 2 years removed from your injury history before we can really sit down and negotiate. And right now, I just think it's too soon. I think it's some gun shyness there. I think it's he's one hit away. And let's all be honest. How many times have you seen a player in a place where you're fearful for him to keep playing because of the way you see his fingers lock up? That wasn't a good look.
No, it wasn't.
Right. And so all of that combined, again, I think you're gonna have to, okay, Tua, let's prove it, which is unfair to Tua because he's been behind the curve his whole time in Miami, truth be told.
Yeah.
Luckily he got Mike. Yeah, luckily he got Mike, because if not, I don't think Tua would have been in the league much longer.
Oh, good point. Very good point. Very good point. Okay. Well, this is an interesting topic for me because so Tua Tagovailoa, where do I begin on this one?
I feel like this is going to be a totally 180 take from me.
No. You'll see what I mean in a second. You'll see what I mean.
So, here we go.
I've had my back and forth arguing on people on social media, even in the comments on the channel about him.
Okay.
And there was a narrative out there at one point created by Acho that he, just for clicks, obviously, it wasn't about the truth, saying that Tua was better than Herbert. In the words of Ocho Cinco,
you almost made me cuss. Almost made me cuss. I had to catch myself.
That's why I say child please, because everybody watched Hard Knocks when he was on it. You know what child please means. It's not even close. It's not even close.
No.
But the Dolphins do have a decision to make here. And I'm going to be real. And I'm going to stand on business on this one. I said what I said, and I'm not changing. If I'm Miami, I would think about upgrading the quarterback. Not doubling down on the mistake I made taking him over Herbert, Love, and Jalen Hurts in that draft. Tua's a good person. He's a good dude. But he's just not dynamic enough. He's not strong enough. He's not mobile enough. And he's one concussion away from the doctors recommending that he retire. Let's be real about this situation.
Okay.
As a team that's trying to contend in a loaded AFC where Allen, Mahomes, Herbert, Burrow, Jackson, Stroud, Lawrence are all there and not going anywhere anytime soon. All these cats are under 30.
True.
All of them under 30. Do you really think that you want to have the weakest quarterback in that list leading your team?
Fair point.
I wouldn't want to pay close to $300 million for that dynamic. I wouldn't.
You're damn right on that. If I'm paying $300 million, he's gonna be a damn difference maker.
That's what I'm saying. So, and he's a byproduct of having an elite track team like offensive weaponry and the receivers and the running backs he has, even the tight end.
Yeah.
A genius play caller.
Genius.
And
yes.
the problem is, and I share your sentiment on this, that he does not elevate the team. He does not take you over the hump. He does not make a bad play into a good one. He might make a bad play into a worse one, but he definitely not making a bad play into a good one.
Yeah.
If Miami's going to invest long term, I think they do invest in him long term, which could be the case. I'm not sure what they're going to do between now and camp. But if they do invest in this long term, I really believe that they're signing up for being a wild card team in a first round exit every year at best.
Do you go rookie or do you for veteran?
Say that again.
If you upgrade the quarterback, do you go rookie or do you go veteran?
It just
like
really
Justin Fields.
It really just depends on what's available. To be honest with you, I mean, if you let Tua ride it out this year as your quarterback, you're not going to be picking high in the draft. Unless you sit him down, let you pull a Russell Wilson and sit him down early, because things may not be going your way. But unless you trade up, unless you convince somebody to take him and move up in the draft, and y'all swap first rounders or something of that nature, and again, what you should have done is made that move this season, this past draft, because the quarterback draft was better. Next year, you're picking between 2 and 3 guys. For my money right now, those are ones that they're sticking out as being, obvious, quote unquote, first round picks. So it just really is what the market bears. I mean, we can already talk about the Cowboys in a minute. Maybe Dak Prescott's available. So,
let Let me ask this.
I'm listening.
How much better does Dak Prescott make the Dolphins? Or are you just upgrading the same card with different amenities?
I like Dak's physical traits better than Tua's.
Okay.
I think he has a stronger arm. He's more mobile, even though, he has injuries to his legs as well, but I still think he's more mobile. He can get himself out of harm's way easier than Tua can. He's not as injury prone as Tua is. So I would say he's definitely an upgrade, especially with Mike McDaniel calling plays.
Okay.
And again, with that weaponry they have, and they upgraded on both sides of the ball. Only question mark really is their defensive coordinator, because they changed out Vic Fangio. But outside of that, the offense should be humming. Again, you just signed Jalen Waddle for long term. You got a tight end in house now that you like. You got 3-4 good running backs. Upgraded the O-line. You put Dak behind that machine. I think they're legit. They're a legitimate problem for the East. I do. But overall, when it comes down to this situation with Tua, man, the bottom line, it's you just really have to look at it from the perspective of what you're likely getting. Again, if you really want to sign up for being a first round exit team, that might be fine for your bottom line. But I'm damn sure it's positive that that's not what the players, coaches, and fans had in mind. So I think I will look long and hard before I point up the dough for him. Because once you pay him, those expensive weapons, they start to dwindle real fast.
Can't pay everybody.
Nope, not at all. So we shall see. But I think we both agree that I would think long and hard to figure out what other options I had before I decide to pony up, $50+ million a year. Because again, once that kicks in, you can't pay Tyreek, you can't pay Jalen, and you can't pay where you have to probably cut. You have to let Mostert and then everybody go besides A-Chain, the kid they drafted. So it's some decisions got to be made. Jalen Ramsey might have to go. He making big money on the defensive side. You got 2 edge rushers making big money. So Jalen Phillips, Gary needs a new deal. So
there's a lot of people that are going to want to get paid. Tyreek being one, Waddle, Jalen Ramsey. Like you said, Phillips. Yeah, you got some people to pay, baby.
That's indeed. So we'll see what they do. But Stephen Ross is a different cat. I put Jerry Jones on one end of the spectrum. I put Stephen Ross on a different spectrum. They're special for different reasons. So he may end up paying them. He may end up paying them because he don't feel like the options that he has available to him is going to work.
Right.
But it just depends on what Tua's mindset it is. Let's say hypothetically they don't get a deal done before camp. What is his mindset going into the year, knowing he has no more years on his contract after this? Do they play the Kirk Cousins game with him? To keep franchise tagging him until they figure it out, or end up letting him go after 6 years? I mean, what do they do? Hold the ball until they figure out the better option, then cut bait? A lot of options there, but which one they let exercise is the question.
Right.
All right. We will see. We shall see.